Did you know your legs have a second heart? Thing is, it's probably turned off right now. I'm talking about a powerful biological engine, a masterpiece of engineering built to fight gravity itself. And for most of us, it's just dormant.
But what if I told you that you could flip that switch back on? We're about to break down a super simple 5-minute seated routine, a routine that some physical therapists are calling a youth serum for your legs. The goal? To walk like you're 30 again.
So stick around, because in the next few minutes, I'm not just going to show you how to fix it. I'm going to reveal the 3 pretty surprising changes you can actually feel in your own body in as little as 2 weeks. All right, so to find the fix, we first have to understand the problem. And it all boils down to this hidden traffic jam that's probably happening inside your legs as we speak. Think about it. Every time you're sitting for a long stretch, at your desk, in the car, or just watching TV, you're actually creating a major challenge for your circulation. Gravity starts winning. Blood has a really tough time making that uphill journey back to your heart, so it just pulls in your lower legs. The technical term for this is venous stagnation, and that's the reason your legs get that constant, heavy, achy feeling. And this circulatory slowdown, well, it has a direct victim. Tucked away deep inside your calf is this absolute powerhouse of a muscle called the soleus. I mean, this thing is built for endurance. But when we don't use it, it gets weak and basically just goes dormant. It shuts down. And the consequences of that? They're huge. Without the soleus doing its job, your knee joints are suddenly forced to take on all this extra shock and pressure. Your sense of balance starts to go, and then you get this chain reaction where other parts of your leg have to overcompensate, which just leads to more pain and instability. But here's the good news. There is a way to restart that engine. And that brings us to the hero of our story, your body's second heart. So, the big question is, how do you wake up a muscle that might have been switched off for years? Well, the answer is surprisingly simple, and you can do it from right where you're sitting, right now. You do it by reawakening your body's second heart. Physical therapists don't just call the soleus that for fun. There's a really good reason. When you activate it, it acts like a powerful pump, forcing all that stagnant, pooled blood up from your legs, fighting back against gravity, and basically revitalizing your entire lower body. Okay, so we know the what and the why. Now let's get down to the how. This is the simple daily revival routine you can do from pretty much any chair. So it all starts with a simple 3-step pump. First up, the setup. Just sit on a sturdy chair, keep your back straight, and get your feet flat on the floor. Step 2 is the lift. Keeping your toes planted, lift your heels as high as you possibly can. I want you to imagine you're trying to push your knees right up toward the ceiling. And finally, the pause. This is key. Hold that high heel position and really squeeze your calves for 2 full seconds. That squeeze, that's the pump that gets the blood moving. All right, the second part creates this really fluid rocking motion. So right after that squeeze, you're going to slowly lower your heels back down. Control it on the way down. Don't just let them drop. The second your heels touch the floor, immediately lift your toes up towards your shins. This little counter move is awesome because it wakes up a whole different muscle, the tibialis anterior, which is absolutely critical for your balance. You just repeat this smooth heel up, toe up motion for about 3 to 5. Okay, now for the really good part, the payoff. If you actually commit to doing this simple routine every day, what can you expect to feel? What are the results? Well, the transformation actually starts happening surprisingly fast. I mean, we're talking about real, noticeable changes you can feel in just 2 weeks. So, the very first thing you're likely to notice is that your legs just feel lighter. That pumping action is literally flushing out all that old, stagnant fluid that's been making them feel so heavy. Instead, fresh, oxygenated blood rushes in to nourish the tissues, and that makes your legs feel way more responsive and energetic all day long. Benefit number 2, your knees get a much-needed break. See, by strengthening those lower leg muscles, you're building this powerful natural shock absorption system right below the knee. This takes so much of the burden of daily impact off your delicate knee joints, which can mean a lot less pain and a lot more stability when you stand and walk. And third, and this is a big one, your balance gets better. Remember that toe-up motion we talked about? Well, it specifically targets the muscle on the front of your shin that's responsible for lifting your foot. Strengthening it helps prevent something called foot drop, which is a major cause of stumbling. You'll find yourself walking with so much more confidence, just knowing your feet are going to clear the ground with every single step. So are you ready to take this even further? Because you can actually amplify these results with just a few other simple habits. First thing, hydrate with electrolytes. If you get muscle cramps, it could be a sign you're low on magnesium or potassium. Second, take a look at your footwear. Walking on flat, hard floors all day without good arch support, that's just going to make you tired faster. And third, try a little morning march before you even get out of bed. Seriously, just pump your ankles back and forth 10 times to get those tendons warmed up for the day. And look, this is really the key takeaway. You don't have to go run marathons to get your mobility back. You just need to maintain the machinery. That's it. 5 minutes a day, that's all it takes to send a signal to your body that you're still moving, you're still strong, and you are ready to walk with confidence. So start today. Your future self is definitely going to thank you for it. Just a quick important note. The information provided here is for educational purposes only, and it isn't medical advice. You should always consult with a physician or physical therapist before you start any new exercise routine. And that's especially true if you have a history of blood clots, deep vein thrombosis, or have had recent surgery.